Now, Joe, usually I start with the practitioner view, but I wanted you to hear, from the technologist on the panel. So give us your view, your role. Tell us a little bit about your organization and the waves that you're riding, the bets that you're placing.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. So I'm Joe Brannan. I'm part of Lincoln Financial Services. It's a 115-year-old financial services company. We service 17 million customers, and we are charged with helping those customers ensure their financial well-being, their futures, right? That's what our primary goal is from a business perspective. There are 4 lines of business. My role, I lead specific elements of infrastructure. That includes network services and data center services. Certainly, we have been heavily engaged in all of the things that the vendor manufacturer teams here that are represented are, their products, their product development, what they deliver to the market. So that's a background. From a Lincoln Financial workload migration, I think, and the feedback on what do we do as IT leaders to ensure that we don't become the driftwood, I think the first thing is investing in the people. What you really hear is the technology cycle is advanced, it's highly accelerated, and it means the convergence of skills and experiences are needed by the IT practitioner specifically. And they need those skills to then feed and fuel the desire of the organization to end up truly with a DevOps. That is, a true DevOps or a DevSecOps. It's a journey. And I think you made a great statement. It's harder for a larger corporation to make that turn. So that's on the IT side. On the business side, the IT organization certainly has to be able to deliver what they need. You spoke to the pandemic, and there's certainly a residual impact from it on all companies and businesses, but the business needs to turn quickly. They need the agility that Tom spoke to, the adaptability, the flexibility to run our services where and how we choose.
Great, thank you. Joe, I want to stay with you if we can. You hear a lot of companies talk about cloud first strategy, and that's cool. But for you got to serve the business, as you just mentioned. And the applications are really what matter, because that's your connection to the business. Now, historically, you've not only been a financial services company, but you've been in the data center business. And I wonder, is that changing at all? And if so, how?
Yeah, absolutely. So from our top level of our organization, from a CIO perspective, CEO and down, we are a cloud-first organization. A lot of that is focused on new implementations to meet business demand and time to market specifically. But we're also in the process of migrating existing workloads. So that's where the visibility, the technology, the capabilities that both Amazon deliver, that NETSCOUT deliver, that VMware delivers, they are part of the environments and the ecosystem that we work with and through. Certainly, every corporation that has legacy systems and on-prem systems specifically, there's quite a bit of preparation that they need to do to make these migrations successful. There's lots of tools and lots of functionality, but the big thing is for those organizations to really have a command of their environment, of their application inventory, of how that application environment interacts with all the other respective environments, as you can imagine. So there's a lot of complexity built into preparing for those migrations and making them a success.
Yeah, those dependencies are critical because, as I said before, the application is your connection to the business and the business process, and it starts to get complicated.